vlog and immediately coming into this week's vlog. Hello, how we doing? Happy Monday. I'm having a lovely day so far. It's my day off. I stayed in bed just a little bit longer than I usually do. I woke up at like 7 or so because Tony, very cutely napping over there, decided that he wanted breakfast at 7 o'clock in the morning, so he woke me up. But I got to stay in bed until like 8:30, close to 9, reading, and it was lovely and exactly what I needed for today. I made some spinach mini quiches for breakfast that I'll have for the next few days. I spent some time playing Animal Crossing. I've done some good reading today. I did some chores today, and then I did a pretty good meal prep as well. I roasted some sweet potatoes and made some spiced chickpeas as well, making the bowls with like quinoa and shredded carrot and some cucumber and radishes and that kind of thing. So I've got food prepped for the next few days for work. It is just about 3 o'clock and I am hoping I'll get myself to the gym today still. I think once I finish filming this clip and then updating the other vlog that I'm working on, I'm going to try and get myself to the gym right now and then have a nice relaxing evening from there. So great day so far. I love that I consistently have Mondays off from work because it makes me feel like I'm starting my week off on a high note. Mondays are always a really nice mix of productivity and relaxing, so I love that for me. Anyways, let's get into the books. The one that I'm not going to talk about in this vlog is Red Rising by Peirce Brown. I'm reading this book for my retrying books that I previously DNF vlog, which will hopefully be out sometime in March. I've been working on it since October, I think, so I really had to finish that vlog, but hopefully sometime in March that'll happen. But this is being read for that. And then I have two other books that I am currently reading. So I'm listening to the audiobook for When the Tides Held the Moon by Venessa, Vida, Kelley, and I'm currently 53% of the way through it and loving it. This is amazing. This one is a queer historical romance that's set in 1910s New York and follows a man who kind of joins like a circus sort of thing after he helps them catch a merman, but he feels guilty about it and he wants to help set the merman free. This is so my kind of book so far. It's reminding me of a couple things that I can't think of the name of them right now. There's one book in particular that I'm thinking of that if I can find the name of it, I'll put a picture up here. But I read it a few years ago and I liked it, but there was something missing from it, and this book is doing exactly what I wanted that book to do. So I'm definitely having a good time with it. I'll probably finish it up by tomorrow, I want to say. Maybe today. Who knows how the rest of the night's gonna go, but most likely by tomorrow. And then my other book that I'm reading right now is Role Model by Reid, which is the 5th book in the Heated Rivalry Game Changers series. I'm currently 18% of the way through on chapter 6 and liking this one, but not like completely loving it. The main character isn't my favorite. He is kind of a shitty person who is learning the error of his ways, and that's generally not the kind of characters that I like to read. I'm all for character flaws, but at the same time, he's yet to redeem himself, at least in my opinion, so hopefully there'll be a really good character arc with this guy. We'll see how it goes. Fingers crossed that it goes well, but I'm excited because the next book is back to Ilya and Shane, and that is really what I'm here for right now. So I just have to get through this book, and then I can finally read my boys again. But yeah, those are the updates for right now. I'm not too sure what else I'm planning on reading this week. I've got a pretty long list for my March TBR, and I want to read all of them right now. So we'll see what happens, and I'll let you know once I have some updates. Vlog. It's Friday now. I meant to update much earlier in the week, but it's been a very busy week. Both busy and just also exhausting. I'm very tired. I've been staying up far too late, both reading and also being productive. So at least there is some productivity going in there. Tonight I've done 0 reading and I'm sad about that because I have been packing to go pet sit for my friend tomorrow, and I had to fully edit and upload my February wrap up that has to go up tomorrow. Since I'm not going to be home for the next week, I had to get it done tonight. But it's done. I did it. I'm good to go, and now I can just go to bed shortly. I have to feed Tony still, and then I can finally go to sleep. But first I need to update because it's almost the end of the week and all I've done so far is intro. So we're here now. But I do have a whole bunch of reading updates. So when last we spoke, I was reading 3 things, one of which was Red Rising by Peirce, which I finished today, but this one is for a different vlog, so I'll save my thoughts for that one. And then on my Kindle, I was also reading Role Model by Reid, which is the 5th book in the Heated Rivalry Game Changers series. I finished that one yesterday. I was a blubbering mess by the end of it, and it was wonderful. The first half of the book was a bit of a rocky start for me, but by the end of it, I was fully sucked into this book, and I adored it. So I gave it a solid 4-star. It's almost a 4.5, but not quite. The last third of it pulled at my heartstrings so much, and I loved it for that. I adored the one main character, Harris, the one who was not the hockey player. I also liked the hockey player character, but his character had to grow on me a little bit, whereas Harris is just this lovable little goofball, ray of sunshine. He is so sweet and wonderful, and I love him dearly. Their relationship was so much fun, and it was lovely getting to see Troy come out of his shell and become the person who he's always wanted to be. This was definitely a very heartwarming read, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And then I was also reading When the Tides Held the Moon, and I also finished that one and had a pretty good time with it too. I'm also giving this one a solid 4-star. I adored the characters for this one. They were all so wonderful. I have a soft spot for found family, and this one was a wonderful example of that. I loved the carnival sort of atmosphere. The romance was pretty good, but was not quite as swoon-worthy as I was hoping that it would be. But overall, it was a pretty solid read. I don't really have too many thoughts on it, but I did quite enjoy it, so a solid 4 stars for that one. And since then, I've started a couple of new things because I can't stop myself. So first of all is Overgrowth by Mira, which is the March and April pick for the in-person book club that I'm part of. This one is a sci-fi horror about an alien invasion. Apparently it's going to be very body horror, and so far it is excellent. I am 44% of the way through and having the best of times with it. This is really, really good so far. And then lastly for right now on my Kindle, I have started Snake Eater by Kingfisher. I have a free trial for Kindle Unlimited right now, and surprisingly, Snake Eater was on there. I didn't actually expect that, but I am not complaining about it, so I'm taking advantage of that while I still have this free trial. And I am currently 15% of the way through and having a pretty good time. I'm still getting to know the characters and the world. I really have no idea what the plot of this one is going to be. I didn't actually read the synopsis. I just see this author's name and I immediately want to read it. So I'm definitely looking forward to figuring out what is going on in this one. And fingers crossed I end up loving it. Knowing her, I probably will love it, so I'm not too worried there. But yeah, I think those are all the updates. Sorry for the short, not very chatty update, but I'm exhausted and I definitely need to get to bed. I have to be up at like 6:30 in the morning, and it is already just past midnight. We will talk later at some point. Happy Monday. It's time to wrap up the weekly vlog. I'm at my friend's house now. I've been here for a couple days. Actually, here comes Kylo. Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. Kylo is the best boy ever. He's so sweet and such a good boy. And he's breathing right into the mic, aren't you? Hi, buddy. But yeah, I don't have too many reading updates for you since the last time we spoke. I don't think, at least. Don't lick my camera, please, buddy. Don't do that, please, and thank you. Yes. I don't remember if I'd finished Role Model when we spoke last. I can't remember what I was talking about in the last one, but just in case that I didn't talk about that one there, I did finish that one on Friday and I gave it a solid 4-star. I thought it was really fun and I quite enjoyed the characters in that one. Pretty sure I talked about it, so I'll leave that there. And then since then, I just finished Overgrowth by Mira. I haven't put it through Compile yet, but I'm thinking it'll probably get like a 3.5 star. I did like it quite a bit. I thought it was really interesting and very well done. However, it was way too long. It did not need to be anywhere near this long, and it got a little bit boring towards the end of it. I liked the ideas in it. I thought it was really cool, but it honestly could have lost like at least 100 pages and it would have been better for it. Things just really dragged for me, and it also wasn't nearly as horrific as I was expecting it to be. There were definitely some body horror elements to it, but not as much as there could have been. But overall, it was a pretty good read, and I'm glad that I picked it up. And then finally with Snake Eater by Kingfisher, that is my current read. I am currently 29% of the way through with that one and really liking it. Not too much has happened with it so far, but the creepy elements are just getting started and I can't wait to see where it goes with that. But so far, no thoughts. Which concludes this weekly vlog. So thank you as always for coming along. I hope you had a good week as well, and I will catch you guys in the next video.